Hi everyone and welcome back to the Pixel Forge podcast. This is episode 17.
17.
Yeah, time is flying right now. It's good times. I'm here. I'm one of your hosts, Sean. I'm here with my good friend, Josh.
Hello.
And as always, every week we talk about our businesses. We talk
Just after what we just talked about before we started, and you've emphasised the week.
Just say.
Sorry, yeah, so I'm getting that conversation in the B reel. sorry.
But yeah, we talk about our businesses every week. Obviously, everything from the world of Warcraft and tabletop side, and anything happening in the gaming industry as well. So there's a lot to talk about in every week from us. Basically, there's a lot of stuff going on each thing. But yeah, how you been this week?
How have I been this week? Getting prepped for the market. That's how I've been this week. It's long. There wasn't much prep because everything was ready, but it was also like a mental prep to get ready to be there and do whatever we have to do. But the next episode, I'll have all of the updates and how we did and stuff like that. But excited for that. Otherwise, I'm cushy. Do you know what I mean?
No, looking forward to it.
Gravy.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
Same. Been up and down this week a little bit. A lot of focus. I might as well start talking about the business stuff if I may.
Yeah, I finally.
I was supposed to. Slide. Yeah, I'm back.
Yeah, surprise. Again.
So yeah, I've been obviously behind the scenes here, just sorting out my leaflet. I have the design up here. It's not really correlated to the paper and whatnot and stuff like that at the moment, but I'm gonna get that sorted out in the next week or two. Also with the website as well, I'm gonna start looking at that as well and sorting out, because obviously we have Comic-Con EGX together combined coming up end of next month, end of October. So with that, definitely want to get things sorted and be there promoting and pushing the business. So I'm gonna be busy next couple of weeks, hopefully. Yeah.
You should even think about how, if you know anybody, you got people that are going to have tables, especially the EGX side, whether they can talk to whoever's running the table, see if you can get your leaflets there ahead of time. Could also be an idea, because it's like me, like for the Salute next year. Obviously, I don't know Department of Wargaming specifically, but I talk to them, and I'm going to be there as Starlion Forge, but sharing a space. So it's kind of similar knack for you. If you know there's people, if you know or you know of anyone or anything that's going to be there, where you can kind of be like, is there any way to just even have my info there? Do you know
See
what I mean?
if I know anyone, but
yeah, you might not. But I'm just thinking based on like the
it's
department stuff, maybe. But
yeah. No, but yeah, I'm excited. It's the next couple of weeks.
Yes.
As I say, you saw some of the renderings of the picture.
Yeah.
That's not going to turn out too great right now, but we need to just tweak a few things here and there.
Yeah.
But yeah,
good,
exciting.
What have I got? That's a question.
What have you got?
Updates other than the market, there's not a lot else. We're just getting ready for that. I think that's my last thing before. And as I've talked about when we talked before, like looking for another full steady income outside of having Starlion Forge, which is also fun, as we've already talked about why that's fine. Just looking for that now, just to help me make sure that I can keep investing portions of that money into the business, in the capacity of like other markets and stuff. And me and Jamelia have been talking about it in preparation for this market, like Christmas. And I've already sort of started to see stuff. And again, I'll talk about that in the next episode, some of the things that me and Jamelia have discussed about seasonal time markets. And I've seen a few things where like there's even like one market where they've got 3 days, like one in October and then 2 in November, where they're doing market day. So like it's looking at that stuff now. So I think I've definitely seen there's pros and cons to doing an overall market, but I definitely seen the benefit of like getting the exposure. But anyway, we'll talk about it in the next episode, because as I said, we should have all the details and whatever happens in.
So on your website now, have you got anything new on there, or is it just
not right now? I mean,
the same at the moment.
Actually, it's a good reminder. Actually, I'm in the process of now updating that, especially with adding like Jamelia's bows. We're going to have the Doctor Who bow that's going to be exclusive on there and stuff like that. So I do need to do a lot of work, especially because the last few Kickstarters that I've backed in the last month or so have come through now. Some new scenery and stuff. I just need to work on the website. I just neglected it a little bit, where we've had event stuff and I've been focused on planning for that and neglected the website. But yeah, that's kind of it, really.
Cool.
So busy and not busy. I don't know. It's a weird one to explain.
Yeah.
So how do you want to do it this week? Do you want to do your gaming, or do you want me to?
I can do the gaming first if you want it. I don't mind. We'll switch it up this week.
Let's do the gaming first, because I feel like this week you'll see this week there's a little bit more game arena. Even for me, I have a whole segment in the gaming section. Who'd have thought that was going to happen? Who'd have thought? Wait until Sean has a whole Warhammer section. I'll be dumbfounded. Do you know what I mean? So,
I'm working on that for years.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It's been 20 years.
But gaming news this week. It's been pretty interesting this week. I'll give some small little bits right now. Metal Gear Solid Delta, Snake Eater, surpassed 1 million sales across all platforms on its first day, which is pretty cool. Like,
considering what you would have assumed the turmoil of this particular game.
Yeah, it had little obviously flaws and bugs in the beginning there, I guess.
I haven't heard anything more about that, because I did see that.
I think they patched it.
That's what I mean. It was patched correctly. It wasn't like a patch and you're hearing people still complain.
Yeah. No, but it was good on them that they did that.
It's a shame about Kojima, I guess. And Kojima said he's never going to play it, which is I wouldn't expect.
I would expect him to play it. No, it'd be cool though if he did though.
Yeah, you should see the visual improvements.
If he played it and posted it, that would boost the sales of it probably a bit more.
But then, does he care about boosting the sales?
No, of a game that he's not even a part of really anymore.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? But I think it would be nice for Kojima to see it just from the visual. Like, I get it, but I think the visual upgrade for him, I feel like it would be nice for him to just from a visual upgrade. I know he's not involved in the project or whatever, but he can still go, okay, look, the game would have looked like this. I don't know. Anyway, it's not me having to deal with losing my game. But anyway.
Yes. Moving on to the next little bit. PlayStation. They hit a milestone, 30 years. The original PlayStation was released like 30 years ago. So we've come up to that kind of anniversary of the original PlayStation.
It's funny because I always think I'm older than the PlayStation.
I'm the same.
It's surreal.
It's insane.
That's insane. When I think about it, I'm like, what?
It's insane.
Yeah. It's crazy, yeah.
But yeah, obviously that's had its anniversary and stuff. I mean, there's been such iconic games. I mean, what do you have a favorite game of that genre, like, or anything you can pick out, like, in your childhood days? what?
I'm trying to think of the place because I don't remember it as much as the PS2.
Oh wow,
the PS1. Like I don't know. Yeah, I feel like I didn't have a PS1 long enough compared to the PS2. But I do remember playing. I remember the first time I played Resident Evil, and that was a bit of a meme because back then, obviously, I was a young whippersnapper.
Yeah,
and I remember like my dad knew I was going to be scared of it, right? And story time.
Okay.
So got from the boot sale, by the way. Got Resident Evil from the boot sale, put it in, and you know that. You know the first bit when the zombie gets up and turns around?
Yeah.
I fucking turned it off and gave it back to my dad. I was like, I don't want it. I was good.
I can imagine your face.
I was like, oh my God, I'm scared. Now Resident Evil is one of my favourite things, and like horror games don't really scare me as much, all of that stuff. But that's the one, there you go. That's the one thing I remember very fondly of my PS1 was get Resident Evil and just being absolutely scared out of my wit.
That's crazy. I think for me it was a lot of like Tekken, the first Tekken, original one, because
now it's all
coming from the Super Nintendo, like I played a lot of Street Fighter 2 and stuff like my cousins and stuff like that. So when we finally get the PlayStation, Tekken was like one of the first games, and I actually during everything it was just insane, like how fun that was, like back in. I think that's where that love of fighting games for me just really set in as well, because. Going from Street Fighter 2 to like Tekken, then evolving after that to like Soul Caliburs, your Virtual Fighters, and all this stuff like as time goes on. But yeah, it's been one of my highlights. Die
Hard trilogy. I remember playing the hell through that, being difficult as hell. Never really finished.
Do you know what's funny? I actually have that written down as my favorite game as well.
Die Hard trilogy, really? Yeah, I played the hell out of that.
Because I had the light gun as well.
Yeah. So that's it. Time Crisis, my friend. I had the with the like wooden handle, like it was a proper light gun.
This is it.
Yeah, Time Crisis.
So it's crazy.
I'm desperate to get Time Crisis again. Oh my gosh.
I mean, I would love to get it as well because I played it in a lot of arcades. That's what we used to do.
Yeah,
arcades.
I always play it.
That's the only game I really gravitated to personally. But yeah, some other standout games obviously from the era, like Ridge Racer, like I say Metal Gear Solid, Final Fantasy, Tomb Raider, Resident Evil, Gran Turismo, Crash Bandicoot, got Spyro and stuff, and Croc, like Wipeout, like you said. And yeah, I wrote down here like my favorite pretty much is like Die Hard, because that was Die Hard's like my favorite film as well. So
yeah, I love Die Hard. Yeah,
so,
I definitely remember the PS2. To be honest, I remember the PS2 way more than the PS1. And again, I think it's because of the PS2. Again, is my favorite console. Period. I think it's the best. That was the peak of the industry. I think, regardless of where tech is now, and I think you might not necessarily understand it if you're a bit younger than we are. You might not get why I would say the PS2 is the best console ever made, but
it's up there. It is up there, definitely.
No, it is. It's not even up there. It is. The PS2 is just the catalog, how long they support everything. Anyway, that's another story for another time. But yes, the PS1 was I as I said, Resident Evil. I remember Die Hard. Remember it was Spider Hunter. One where he was a spider. It was like he was an experimental spider, and you played a spider, and you went around, and you was I
don't remember that game.
I'm gonna find it. There was this. I remember playing it. It was a weird game because it was just weird. Spider Hunter.
I never heard of that game.
Yeah, you played like this. There it is in front of me. I'm absolutely having a flashback. What is it? Yeah, it was just called. Is it called Spider? Yeah, it was just called Spider. PS1. It was Boss. BMG Interactive. Sorry, you probably can't see this. And even when I put the video on, you're not going to see this. But yeah, look at it.
Oh, the Spider, the video game.
Yeah, you played a spider and you got all weapons and equipment. Yeah, it was crazy. This is one of the games I just vividly remember playing.
Wow.
Yeah, it was tough as well. You're playing a spider. Yeah. You never played that before?
Never even seen this game before in my life.
Really? Yeah. I played like that. That's what. Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's what I'm saying with the PS1. Like, it's this obscure stuff.
Yeah, there was some random stuff on there. There was definitely some
random stuff. Even like I can't remember the name of it. I'm pretty sure it's the one where you play as a helicopter.
Oh, that sounds like it's familiar as well. Like
I think it's had modern renditions, but PS1 helicopter. See, now that I'm putting the video in the Soviet Strike. Did you ever play Soviet Strike?
That sounds familiar. I think I did.
Soviet Strike was tough as well, as much as you might not think it was. I think it was. God, what else did I play on PS1?
Oh yeah, I played Soviet Strike.
Yeah.
100% played this game.
Yeah, I played weird stuff on the PS1.
Yeah, there's a lot of games.
Medal of Honor.
Oh yeah, we played all that.
Did you play No, I didn't play. I don't think I played it on PlayStation. The Jurassic Park game. I don't think that was on PlayStation. No, I played that on Mega Drive. Never mind, ignore what I was about to say. Epic Mickey as well. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Epic Mickey. Yeah. There's a lot of good games, man. There's a lot of decent games. You're just having a massive flashback now.
I am. Yeah, I am.
It's crazy.
I'm having flashback.
I mean,
and I'm seeing stuff where like I actually first played it on the PS2 again, where the PS1 period for me was a bit weirder especially because it was kind of like Mega Drive longest time, then PS1 was in the mix, and then PS2. So even some of the PS1 stuff I was playing, I ended up playing on the PS2, not so much on the PlayStation 1.
Yeah.
Just because of where everything landed, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Wow, there's some stuff, you know.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, obviously, I know obviously like the kids' this generation not gonna understand half of these games or even played half of these games, which is pretty sad because obviously it's where like the games that they play today originated from. Do you know what I mean? Half of them originated from. So hopefully they can get back to someday. I think play some of these retro games.
Lego Racers. Was that PS1 or was that PC?
It might be PC. I think it was PC. I'm not sure.
I can't remember.
But yeah.
No, it was on PlayStation.
Oh.
So I played Lego Racers as well. Anyway, enough reminiscing about bloody...
Don't worry, we'll talk about this a bit more later.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Yeah, we got loads to cover.
But, yeah, PlayStation, 30 years. Yeah, hopefully another 30 years of that, which would be cool. Moving on, while you reminisce.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? You know what I'm doing.
Randomly, God of War TV show. is going ahead. Obviously, to start filming next year, March 2026. And I think they're filming up in Vancouver, Canada. So that's kicking off there. So I think it's going to be stuff for Kratos and his sons, like just the mix. I don't know what kind of story line they're going to go with, but at the moment, I don't think there's any cast members or anything right now.
I know.
Unless you know one thing or two.
No, I know that it's come. I know they obviously talk about, but it's come up quite confidently that Kratos' voice actor.
Yeah,
they're now talking to him about being in it as Kratos.
I can't see it. I just don't see him being Kratos. I know he's the voice on the video game, but
who is it? They see the wrestler. Well, who's the wrestler that they said that they?
Yeah, they had like Batista in mind. They had
it's another one.
It might be Roman. They can't put Roman Reigns.
No,
I don't think they would do.
No, he's got blonde head. I'd know him if I see his face. I'd know him.
Wrestlers, bro.
Yeah, I know I can see his face. I
was about to say Joe Hendry.
No, that's you on Battlefield 6. Yes.
But no, I don't know who else.
I'll find out.
Yeah, if you find out for me, but
because it's a fan. Like fans are saying they want him. Oh, hang on.
Okay.
Hang on. Crying.
But yeah, it's filming next year. So
Triple H.
No way. He's old now, man. Okay, I get
Kratos
it.
is old.
I get it. No, I get it.
Yeah, but if you look at it, I could believe it.
I understand now, yeah, because he shaved his head now, like he's bald.
Like,
I can see it. I can see it, but I just.
If you look, you got to look at it. If you like,
no,
looking at this,
I know Triple H. I know Triple H. So like, I can't see him like doing like him trying to do stunts or trying to do like the action. It's gonna look weird. Like I just can't see. I know obviously being a wrestler, you perform and stuff like this, but that's different. Like he's gonna be mostly CGI. There's no way. No, I'm sorry. But if that happens, it happens. I guess we'll wait and see. But I guess he could do the voice because his voice is quite deep as well. Like Kratos' voice would be anyway. So
yeah,
I guess he could get away with that sense. But the rest of it, I'm not too sure.
At any rate, it looks like, at least for fans, a wrestler would make sense.
Yeah,
from what I'm seeing, like a particular wrestler would make sense. Do you want to know something really funny? Just while we're on that topic, I've randomly stumbled upon a website. It's probably giving me malware as we speak, but it's got a directory of PS1 games that you can load up in the web. I've literally got I've literally got the Spider game loading up in the web browser.
All right, guys, if you hear clicking in the next 5 minutes, you know what's going on that side of the table.
Anything. I was just curious because I thought it was like a library to say, oh yeah, this, like tell me the information, like Wikipedia, and then it was like play game in the web, and I was like, play game, click.
Stop it. Oh my god.
God, this episode is, I don't know.
Yeah, it's all over the place. That's what we live for.
Oh, do you know what I mean?
Some other bit of crazy news, which didn't happen, unfortunately. Perfect Dark, obviously we spoke about it being cancelled.
Yeah.
And obviously the studio shutting down and stuff like this. But apparently some of the management from that team still kept the game alive for like, since when they announced that it was closing down and stuff like this. So like I say, team's been disbanded, whatever like that. But the management from the team has actually kept it alive. And they were trying to do is they were shopping around trying to find a studio to take on the project. So they basically came to 2K and
I heard about this.
Kind of negotiated. They were negotiating obviously terms and stuff like that.
It crapped out, didn't it?
Yeah, because obviously I think 2K wanted to own the IP and this and they didn't want them to do
Microsoft wouldn't let them.
And stuff like this. So it's kind of butted heads in certain situations. So it's kind of sad in a way. Like you go to other studios looking for help and you can't get help. I mean, even if it's like, because obviously they've not made the game. Like 2K have not been there like days and nights and stuff and put in that work. Then just to say, oh, we want the IP if you're coming here looking for it. You know what I mean? I mean, it's sad. It's
but
like,
I guess I get it though, because I guess some, you know, like it's one of those things where like Xbox and Microsoft, right? Is they've got the biggest backing possible. Say it'd be the same with Sony and PlayStation, right? They've got all this whatever, right? And you think for 2K, I know they just do games, but I can imagine where it'd be a bit of a crapper for them if they were like they're only going to get like 10% in royalties just for aiding the development. Whereas if they own the IP, they can do. I get it from that perspective, but it's also crap. But it's also crap on both sides because it just means because of both sides and that IP issue.
Yeah, the stubbornness. But we ain't gonna see the game. But yeah, it was a bit sad when I heard that, like, because I thought there was some hope of maybe
I knew that.
getting this game out into the wild, which would have been cool, I guess. But yeah, it was a bit of sad news, that one, when I heard that.
Yeah, that's a shame.
All right, moving on. Oh, I'm trying to think. Should we do it? The directs and stuff. Do you want to do it now? Do you want to actually? Do you want to dive into your Destiny? The Destiny stuff. Let's dive into Destiny. Basically,
let's talk about Destiny
this week as well, guys. We had a Destiny 2, I guess, direct, which was the new Renegades DLC and other stuff that's coming to the main game, Destiny 2 as well. So Josh will fill you in on the information.
So for those of you that don't know, Renegades is basically going to be their Star Wars expansion, working with Lucasfilm Games.
Yes.
Looked really cool. Like seeing the Cabal with like effectively Stormtrooper equipment was like, wow,
fantastic. That
the
visuals, everything was just
you can tell it was injected with an IP that's like you can't balls this up basically. It looked great, right? And then we had Ash and Iron, which from the outset, and again, for those of you that know, Rise of Iron from the first game was set in the Badlands. You had Siva, which was like this human-made kind of weapon that was threatening us, and the Iron Lord. You'll know the lore, and I wouldn't want to spoil it with incorrect timeline. So go look that up if you're interested about learning about Siva. It's a really cool piece of history for Destiny, again, guess for the timeline, right? So Ash and Iron set in the same area. People are like, oh, Siva's coming back. We're excited, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And I know the initial bits and bobs, people were a bit apprehensive, but still held out hope. And then the direct happened. Oh, boy. So it's probably, and I have to admit, I agree to some extent, it's probably the worst update possibly launched for Destiny 2.
It didn't look appealing.
Like it is one of the worst updates ever. To the point where like even when, and if you're watching this and you play Destiny, you've probably seen it, even if you're not like a big player. Like I would say I'm a big player. I don't do crazy stuff, but I'm quite a big player.
Yeah, right? I'm new to it, and I could tell, like,
you can feel it, right?
It's not
exactly,
right.
Yeah, and you know, it's just lost all of its soul. The Ash and Iron armor that you see in the trailer, like I've got some of it, and I'm like, it's literally the armor you've got from the last expansion with a different color. Like, there's just no imagination. You do like, for those of you that know, you usually when you have these updates that aren't DLCs, you have like a small storyline. Originally you had like a storyline each week and you followed that, and then they updated it a little bit, but you usually have at least like, you know, like on the quest it would say like 80 points. So, you know, like there's a big mission. You do one mission and then it doesn't really tell you that's it. Because I said to you, didn't I? I was like, oh, the mission finished. I was just in orbit. Like there's no, like, I couldn't go, like the quest was empty. Like I couldn't go to anything, right? And then there's a new mode called Reclaim, which is you going to the Badlands and reclaiming it all.
Yeah.
Plaguelands. I keep calling it Badlands. So Plaguelands, sorry, I apologize. And you're bringing it back, but we needed to stop it before because of Siva. So story-wise, that doesn't make any logical sense.
Unless they're building up for something else later on, I don't know.
It probably is, but it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
And so you had that. But and I agree with what people are saying online. I looked at some pictures side by side. It's just a husk of its former self. Like in Destiny 1, like there was these factories and there's lava, you could like, and the Seaver's like glossy, like glowing red, like the new lighting on Shaun, like, do you know what I mean? Like it's all red and stuff like it felt like something was alive in the area and it was doing its thing and doing stuff, right? So, and then you look at it now and it's just grayed out stuff. It's like, I'll give you an example. You know in War of the Worlds, the one with Tom Cruise?
Tom Cruise, yeah.
Yeah, you know when they're turning us into mulch and then there's all the red veins?
Yeah.
And then you know when they get sick and the red veins go grey, that's basically what they've done to Seaver. It's the first thing I thought. I was like, Seaver's just gone. And when you think, you go back to Destiny 1, it was this big evil. The Iron Lords, which are like, they were guardians before guardians. Like they protected people through their abilities that they had, but they weren't necessarily like traveler guardians. It's, again, a whole nother story. They literally basically all sacrificed themselves in a vault to stop Seaver from spreading, and all we get now is just Seaver that's gone. So yeah, so it's a bit of a letdown. And the mechanic, it was pretty boring. I went through and did that activity. I was like, okay, this would have been exciting if there was actually stuff going on. So yeah,
because they kind of hyped it up and like, oh, you can play it. You can play it now. Like, like they'll hype it up like it was gonna be something big and special, and it wasn't even.
Yeah, I wish I didn't play it now.
Yeah,
basically. So obviously we had that, and that's the biggest thing. But then what didn't help was then bugs out of the wazoo following this update. So you had one where like Crucible matches were ending after 7 kills were tagged, and then the games are just ending. People were getting locked into the new reclaim mode, not being able to get out of it. There was broken timers on Presage, which is another activity. There was issues with power progression and leveling up. It became slower. Then you also had issues where like Eververse, everything had got dearer and then Bungie is saying it's a bug, it shouldn't have happened.
I swear, because it did an update before you even played all this stuff.
Yeah.
So as soon as the direct finished, they said, "Oh, whatever, there's an update."
And that update,
and the update just finished, just cooked the game. Yeah, just cooked it.
Yeah. And then there was like stealth nerfs that they didn't say about certain weapons, and people were like, "You didn't tell us there was nerfs." So they made weapons worse. As again, prices went up in Eververse. Some people, I didn't have this. Some people had their pre-order bonuses vanish. You know, like the X-wing and stuff. Some people got that and it vanished. And it's just like, it's been horrific to the point where like people are asking them to reverse the update because it's that bad.
I can imagine.
Like it is horrific. Like it's a shame because it's. I know all the stuff that's happening with Bungie and then basically being absorbed by PlayStation Studios and all of that stuff. I know that's happening, but like whether it's just been on a time delay, but all that stuff that happened with the previous CEO and all the car buying and, like bankrupting Bungie and all of that stuff. If it's only now becoming like this issue and it's showing up in this way, I think Bungie need to be absorbed fully. I think even to the point where I don't think Bungie should even, I hate to say it, Bungie shouldn't even be a studio in that capacity if they can't, because it's not like other updates where like usually, they screw it up, then fix it, screw it up, then fix it. But with this, like it's just been a few consecutive screw ups.
Yeah.
And it's been ever since the absorption happened.
It's nothing like crazy as well. It's like basic stuff as well that's really screwed up.
I think that's why people are upset. Yeah. And especially because like even at the start of the video, they were saying like, "Oh, we've heard we're going to update things, make things easy, blah blah blah." But some of the issues that they've had in this new update have made it worse.
Yeah.
After literally the dude in the first, like, it's almost like there's a disconnect between the people that get into present and the people that, like, the people who are living in like some sort of like la la land. Like, yeah, we've done all these updates, it's going to be great, and then they push it out and they're dumbfounded at what's happened. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, I think it was pretty horrific. And there was even like to top it off, there was even like visual and audio problems. There was maps where there was lighting issues in PvP. There was sections of like the main story where there was no audio, it was missing.
You sure he was playing Destiny Rising?
Yeah, well, this is it. Yeah, and even vanilla stuff, like Banshee.
Yeah.
He's like been there forever. Some of his bounties were screwed up. How do you do that? That thing's been there forever. And I even said to you, I was talking about this earlier on, there's the seasonal challenges. One of them, they had to auto-complete stuff because of bugs. I hadn't even played the game since the update. I booted it on and had done a challenge.
is that I don't know. I thought if they're doing that, it's because obviously they made a mistake. They're just rewarding you.
No, it's not. It's because they're bugged. It's not because I did anything and it's screwed up. It's literally bugged. I hadn't even tried. So yeah, I think overall, people just see it as like a hollow attempt. You know, like they've really screwed it up. This is like a screw up on top of a screw up on top of a screw up. I'm a little worried for Bungie's future as themselves. I do think this will have sped up any any absorption into whatever. This will speed it up.
We still haven't got any more words on Marathon yet, so that's even exactly.
There's been some like stuff coming out of the alpha and that there's changes and stuff, but they're screwing this up so bad that I think Marathon is just not. It doesn't like. Why would I buy Marathon when I know this is the sort of stuff
they're doing exactly.
The only way, in fact, the only way for Marathon to survive is that Bungie gets absorbed and it becomes a PlayStation Studio game, not a Bungie game as part of PlayStation Studios. That's the only way they're going to save it.
It's true.
When you think in the condition it's currently in, the condition everything currently is in, that's the only logical way I see that working. Unfortunately.
Yeah, because I wouldn't see if it's like the way it's going on with Destiny right now to continue this kind of downward spiral. They're almost literally they're on a downward spiral right now. It's insane. But yeah, if you're looking to launch new games in the future, you'll get the basics right on what you're doing right now. And unfortunately, they're not doing that. So
I think, and if it doesn't go that way, I think they need to indefinitely delay Marathon and fix Destiny to the point where I would even change the roadmap. If you know this is the end for whatever, this is the end for Destiny 2 or Destiny in general, I think they need to go back to the roadmap, reevaluate the release times, really understand where they're going to release content, and then just be like, we're going to stop creating content at this point, and then at that point we will finish Marathon and then work on Marathon solely, because clearly they can't split the workload across multiple projects at the moment.
Yeah, because obviously with Renegades looks amazing. Like, I don't know what the story's going to be or what's probably like how it's going to play properly, but just look at what we've seen so far, certain gameplay, visuals, like the cutscenes and whatnot, it's looking very, very good. So if they was to capitalize on that a bit more, do, I don't know, 2-3 more DLCs of that Renegades, like, which they probably could.
Yeah. Well, the way the story is meant to pan out.
Yeah, it looks like they could do more. That might definitely save them before a Marathon comes out or whatever. So, but yeah.
We'll see. There's a lot of problems with Destiny at the moment, even to the point, like, as I said, when I played this new activity, it was just like, I was bored. And that's, you know, when you're playing it on your own, it's different anyway, but like, it was just like, clear the area, jump in your ship, go to the next one, clear the area, jump in your ship, go to the next one, clear. There wasn't like any, like, it didn't feel like there's any like Destiny uniqueness. Like, there wasn't like each area will have 1 or 3 random enemy pop-ups and stuff like that. And like, even adding all the multipliers and effects that you can add pre-mission now, like that hasn't changed it. They need to, it just, even the activity doesn't feel like, I remember a Destiny where like you'd have that activity and you'd have all these random bosses show up, or there'd be like a random timed event or something. Like, there's just none of that. It's just,
it's kind of slowly declining. Yeah, it's crazy. But for me right now, it's like I've been playing Destiny Rising more than Destiny 2. Like, it's crazy. I mean, obviously, Destiny Rising this week, they just had a new character drop on it and stuff like that. So it's been fun actually playing the mobile game of it, to be fair, even though it is a bit buggy as well, like hella buggy, but it just feels more fun, like something I do at night or whatever, just before I go to bed, I just chill, play like an hour, half an hour, whatever, and just go to bed, man. It's fine.
Yeah, I just, you know, anyway, I like mobile games, like I'll play.
Yeah,
so I'm just like, I can't, but I'm glad that it's kind of doing like a Pokemon Go thing, like people are enjoying a big medium in a slightly different way, and it's successfully doing that.
Yeah.
So can't complain. But
yeah,
I don't know. I've got it on here and there, and I haven't really played it.
That's cool. All right. Should we go into the directs?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
Oh boy,
guys, we had 2 directs this week. So on the 10th of September, they had a Play Akklaim, which was their very first showcase.
In for it, like doing anything.
Anything, yeah. So it was a bit of a surprise to see that. You know, Akklaim done so many games like NBA Jam and They've done Mortal Kombat. I think Mortal Kombat games back in the day as well.
Did some racing
yeah,
stuff
racing
as
stuff.
well.
Yeah, there's so many games on there.
They're kind of like a THQ.
That's it. Yeah. So we ain't going to TH. We're not going there with that. But yeah, so they had a showcase. They had about about almost like 10 games they showed off. The first one was called Grid Beat, which was like a music. How can I say it? I'm trying to figure out that game that it's even reminding me of right now. It's like a music rhythm game, which is pretty decent, to be fair. Then you had Basketball Classics, which is like looks like an old school retro, like arcade type, just normal basketball game that you get, which was very fun. I actually quite like the look of that. And I think that one, out of the whole thing, was the only one that was going to console. Everything else PC.
Oh, really?
Because when I watched it again, I was looking out for the console one they were talking about. That's the one that said console. Yeah.
Wow, all those games are just that one.
Crazy. But everything else is basically on PC. The next game they had was like Ground Here Zero. Ground Here Zero. Basically, that's like, it's Vampire Survivor. Just cartoony style and just just randomness like that. It's basically, it plays exactly like Vampire Survivor, which it looked cool. Then you had Pixel Washer, and that's a little pig. It looks like almost like in a Zelda like type environment, but you clean stuff up like a Power Wash. The simulator, what's the one you're playing? The Power Wash, is it Power Wash Simulator you playing?
Yeah, Power Wash.
Yeah, Power Wash Simulator. It's exactly that. It's like Zelda meets Power Wash Simulator, just cleaning up the town as a pig. And it has its own little story, I guess. Then you had I can't pronounce these names. Talanka, which is like a Prince of Persia type game.
Is it Talaka?
Talaka. Is it Talaka? See, I can't pronounce these names properly.
Yeah, I think it's Talaka, yeah. The combat-driven roguelike Afro-Brazilian myth. Yes, Talaka. It's Talaka.
Yeah, Talaka. Yeah, the one that plays like Prince of Persia.
Oh, yeah, that one looked great, actually.
That looked cool.
The one I was really like,
Then you also had Toss Down, which are kind of like a post girl like delivery system, like you're delivering packages, but obviously the town's fighting you back, stopping you, trying to stop you from making your deliveries, which look pretty cool.
Some crazy side.
Yeah. Then you had the Prisoning of Fletcher's Quest, which was kind of like a in mind, like crazy game, like in the visuals of someone's mind.
Yeah.
Which was okay. Then you had Hyper Yuki, like snowboarding.
Oh yeah, that was like Jet Set Radio.
Jet Set Radio means SSX Tricky, bit of Cool Borders, whatever, however you want to take it. That was looking fun. Like I like them kind of games as well. To be fair. Then the last game, see, I can't pronounce these games. I swear. Catanaut. Is that how you say it? Catanaut.
It's Catanaut.
Catanaut, yeah.
Like astronaut, but it's cat. Yeah.
Catanaut.
Yeah, this looked cool.
What was that? Like a side scrolling. Not even side scrolling. Yeah, it was side scrolling, like a ninja.
It's like
if anyone's played Katana Hero, that is exactly what that felt to me. Like I could complete that like on the Switch and stuff like that.
It reminded me of Dishwasher. Do you ever play Dishwasher on the 360?
No.
Dishwasher Samurai?
No,
you never played it. If you've played Dishwasher, if you're a connoisseur,
that sounds like a spider one. Like it just sounds
search it, Dishwasher on Xbox. Yeah, the game was awesome.
Okay.
Oh, you never played Dishwasher? I'm gonna look that up. Let me check. Let me look on my new
my new
website that I have that has all these games apparently.
But it was a nice little show from them. Acclaim. Was this their first one ever? They've ever done something like this. So looking forward to seeing more in the future from them doing stuff like this, which is pretty cool. And then on to the daddy. 12th on the Friday here, 12th September, we just had a Nintendo Direct, which was an hour long.
Boy.
Yeah, a lot to unpack in this one. Actually, before we even dive into this, let's talk about the three figures that we got on the table right here.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll talk about three figures for a little bit, and then we'll come back to this. Just know there's a Nintendo Direct.
Okay, well, let me do this. I'll do my wargaming news because it's literally two quite brief things.
Go on, we'll do the wargaming.
So First thing is GW shared some short stories on the community website for the the newly announced chapter masters. You know, when they did at the summer preview event where they had all the different chapters. So you got Lysander, which was the Imperial Fist, which is the yellow one, and then you've got Atheon Shan, which is the Raven Guard, which is the black one, the black armored one. They've got short stories on there just to kind of, I guess, what's the word? Elaborate and kind of cover some of the time to explain why their characters are now on the scene and what they've been doing and little bits of conflict. So check that out on the community website. I'm sure they'll be doing more as well, especially as we're getting more of those like types of characters being rumored and stuff like that. So that's there. And then this weekend, you'll have the opportunity to pre-order the new Chaos Dwarves. You know, the Chaos Dwarves, the big hats. So that their launch box is going to be available to pre-order.
Oh, nice.
And then there'll be made to order Space Wolves as well, which is like the old.
Good old Space Wolves.
I got him to do the like, what's your chapter, and he got Space Wolves, which I thought was quite interesting, to be honest. But anyway, we won't get into that now. And you'll be able to pre-order the Iron Priest, Rune Priest, and Wolf Lord, but they're like the old school metal style models. So there's a few little bits this week for news, but nothing crazy. As I said, there's lots of rumors and stuff coming out, especially like Calgar being rumored is quite a big thing at the moment. And I'm sure we'll probably see some news about that at some point, hopefully. And I'm sure he'll get some short stories as well.
Yeah.
But that's all the news. So yes, let's get on to our old model arenos. There's 3 there. One is a kit. One is a custom job by me, and the other 2 are not.
Let me go to the front little small one there.
Aha, okay. So this is an Astra Militarum, technically tank commander, but we'll go with commander. As you can probably expect as a commander, they're battle-hardened officers. They tend to like give commands and operate from the cupola, which is like the space that the space you stand out of on a tank.
Okay.
To sort of see out, they'll stand there and lead the charge from there. Typically in a Lehman Russ battle tank, just because they're Lehman Russ battle tanks are like the most universal.
I feel like if he was on a horse, he'd be like person in the front. They're like, charge!
Yes, that's exactly. Yeah, he would. He'd be that
crazy.
guy. Absolutely. Yeah.
There you go.
And so all commanders have different special, but the tank commander in particular, obviously, he'd be expertise in mechanized warfare, commanding crews of tanks and lots of crews because he'll be leading the charge. If it's a spearhead, it'll be like 6 to 7 tanks, including his, that he would lead in combat. And he kind of commands tanks like as if they're an extension of his body and his arms and his legs and like.
So he's just like a tank general only. Like, is that?
Yeah, basically, yeah. When you deploy them and play them, the tank commander specifically is the job of that. They do work with tanks. That's their job.
Does he ever go into the field himself, or not really, or is he just
not
in the
really?
tanks?
He'd be with a tank. If he was on the field, he'd probably be dead.
I just thought about that.
Yeah. He'd be on the field, but not in the capacity of being able to do anything.
Okay.
They're just expert vehiclers. I don't know what the word is for someone in that category, but yeah. Expert tactician with vehicles, especially Imperial armor, and his job is like to use the strength of that armor to obliterate enemies, basically. Tank commanders are pretty cool, and they get lots of different buffs and abilities.
Could you use him for like the mechs type as well?
Well, the knights,
yeah.
Not these guys. You'd have different.
Okay.
Different characters.
I thought because of the armor kind of thing. I thought.
No, remember the Titans are slightly different because they have like the house heraldries between them and stuff like that. Well, at some point we'll get a Titan on, and I'll probably a Titan's big enough. I can probably just go through it'll be one model because the Titans can count as 100 models. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's Tank Commander. Pretty cool.
Okay, we'll go for this big guy here.
Oh, this is the custom job.
Yep. Ooh.
So don't get too nervous now.
It's like the wobble once again.
So
yeah.
Backstory to this, I've almost finished collecting all of the characters within the Warhammer app for Space Marines, and particularly Ultramarines. I've got 3 characters: Sicarius, which I'm still waiting for them to give us a new model; Ancient in Terminator armor, which this chap is, and then Chaplain with a jump pack, which at some point that'll be the last thing I do. So I decided, because I didn't see anything on the horizon for a new Termarino, in an ancient in Termarino armor. I decided to make my own one. Chris very graciously gave me the banner because from when I looked online, that seemed to be the most expensive thing ever. And I already had a Terminator body to use as well, thanks to Merrifield Miniatures with his sweet deals that he does on all his second-hand stuff.
How much is a banner? Sorry, how much is a banner?
8 to 10 quid.
Okay,
Bits. The bits market is quite lucrative if you have the right bits.
It's crazy.
Yes. So I made this chap basically, and to sort of give you some backstory in him. Ancients, they're much like, I think I've had Ancients on the podcast before.
You did, yeah.
Yeah. So very much a similar thing. They're veteran Space Marines. The particular with these ones, they're tactical Terminator armor, heavy Terminator armor, and they have their Storm Bolter and stuff as well. So again, very much like the other one. And he's got a Power Fist as well with the banner, which I kept because that's what the normal loadout for a Terminator is, a Power Fist and a Storm Bolter. So there's that as well. And they're Terminators, as we talked about before, like they're masters of like heavy close combat and sort of mid-range combat as well where needed. They're heavy armor. They're your beefy boys when you play them on the field. And so the importance of an ancient in Terminator armor is one, he can boost objective control. So when you're trying to capture objective, because of the abilities he would gain with the banner, he can boost collection and how the objective will benefit you by keeping it. Like might be more points or better defense and stuff like that. They can also deep strike into battle, which is effectively like, ODST.
Yeah.
You can hold this model in reserve and him just be dropped into it as well. So he has that ability, which is beneficial because of like the abilities he can use with his banner and stuff to boost other units. If you've got a unit of Terminators in particular getting absolutely messed up, if you deep strike him in with them, he'll be able to boost their defense and their attack and stuff like that, right? And often they're part of like higher tier Terminator squad, so it'll be like more elite Terminators than just your general rank and file Terminators. You'll have like more veteran Terminators would be in a squad with this guy as well, right? But yeah, for being an ancient is like, it's a symbol of like the legacy of the chapter that you're in as an ancient, but also having the Terminator armor shows you've dealt with some pretty heavy stuff, because Terminators deal with some pretty crazy combat. So it's quite a big honor. It's big honor being an ancient, but being a Terminator ancient is also equally as like crazy.
Exactly.
So yes. Yes, they're pretty cool. The way he turned out, the custom work.
It looks good. Like, wow. What you've done so far. Yeah.
So,
Are you gonna paint that as well? Like,
yes, I will eventually. Yeah.
No, I was asking.
No, I will. I still got all this chapter project to get through. I've had a break since we've had the events and stuff. But yes, he will.
So you said that's part of your set. You've got.
That's going to be part of my chapter. Ultramarines chapter project.
So that's all going to be painted. They're all going to be the same color scheme.
Yes, yeah. And obviously the color variations might come from like the greebles and stuff they have on them.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the Terminator.
I'll wait to see that when it's finished. And let's get the little boy at the end.
So this
what's a little boy? Whatever this is.
It's a Kroot warrior. Kroot. Kroot. Kroot.
Not Groot.
Not Groot. No. Actually,
Groot.
Kroot. No. These are okay. This will help. You know the Covenant in Halo.
Yes.
You know how they have different alien factions.
Mm-hmm.
The Kroot are an alien species that are basically mercenaries for the Tao Empire, which is a Xenos faction.
Oh, yep.
He's like, don't worry about that one. I'm not bothered about that one. Yeah. So they're kind of like, think of it as the Covenant. You have the Tao Empire, which is the Covenant, and then you have these guys, which would be like the Jackals. And they basically they're like carnivorous predators that the Tao have kind of taken under their wing and put them as part of that faction. And I guess they do like dirty work for the Tao where they might not typically do it because of like the way they see the world, and they're very spiritual and honorable when it comes to that sort of stuff. And Kroots will typically have like a Miranda of Tao-based equipment, pulse rifles and stuff like that. They'll also have their own blades, and they're kind of like hunters. So like when we had the Catachan fighters on a previous episode, these are kind of, I guess, like the counterpart, but for Xenos.
Okay.
So they kind of do that sort of stuff.
Yeah, because the weapons look hella custom, like they've made it themselves or something. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, and they have primal instincts like Katachan do. They kind of know what to do.
Wait, is this a gun?
Yeah.
I thought it was just an axe at first.
No, that's a gun. Yeah,
it's only because I see the trigger at the bottom here. Because I thought it was just an axe.
No. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's why I'm saying they're similar to the Katachan, where Katachan will have
quite
knives
sick.
and guns.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do not go for Teo, my friend. Oh boy. And then so they excel in ambushes and close quarter combat. So like jungle warfare will fit in with that as well, much like Katachan. And one of the things the Kroot do, which is different to the Katachan. So where Katachan typically will, they'll camouflage up and to kind of hide in within the environment they're in. What the Kroot do to some extent to mimic that is they consume the flesh of their enemies, so anyone they've killed, to absorb some of the genetic traits to enhance their own skills and abilities. So it might be again. So let's say Gaunt's Ghosts, the troopers from Gaunt's Ghosts, right? Okay. They're expert stealth operatives, particularly in forests, right? Mm-hmm. Which is why they're called Gaunt's Ghosts. Again, if you read the books, you'll know why. So if this Kroot consumed the flesh of one of those, what probably would happen is he would gain that inept skill of being able to kind of almost be invisible.
Be like a predator.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yes, exactly. So so that's kind of what they do from a lore perspective. So they're pretty big news for the Teo because they do a lot of stuff that I think typically Teo wouldn't probably get involved with otherwise.
So if that was to kill the ancient and take, I don't know, it doesn't even matter because the ancient's just a suit, isn't it? Really.
Yeah, but I guess what
it's not, the person doesn't got any LC energy like power.
Yeah, they're enhanced. They're enhanced augmented humans.
So he'll become a super beast in a sense.
Maybe I need to read up on like what would happen if a Kroot ate a space marine, but
I know it's probably never happened. But
it would be genetic traits. So I think it wouldn't like gain like an atomic heart or anything like that. But it might be that if that particular space marine's got like, I don't know, like let's say if it's got a skin condition, that means that he's in, I don't know. Like it's harder for his skin to be penetrated by a blade, for example. That Kroot would then absorb that skill. So it's in her. It's those genetic traits.
It's weird.
So if that ancient's super smart, and that's why he's got to where he is, it would make the Kroot smarter.
Okay.
So yeah, and being able to do that, I guess they're like a reflection on the battlefields that they've fought.
But then that's only that one Kroot that would be like that, not the whole fleet.
No, just the Kroot. The Kroot itself each one would have to do it. And there's leadership caste Kroot within.
Oh, there's tiers to it as well.
Yeah,
there's higher tier Kroots.
Yeah.
Like
there's leadership caste Kroots as well. Not too
because
many.
it seems like they're just like a random faction. Like just they don't seem like they're organized in such a way.
Again, it's like the Covenant. All the factions of the Covenant, as much as they're part of the Covenant during the Covenant War, they would have had leadership class.
You have to. Someone has to steer the ship.
So that's what they would have had. So, but yeah, you're right. They are kind of like without the Teo, they would just be.
Just random.
So, but that's the 3 models this week.
Enjoyed that.
Yeah, some interesting stuff.
Indeed.
A little mix up.
All right, good dive into this last little part here, which is the Nintendo Direct we just had on Friday. A lot to unpack. A lot.
That was a bit, wasn't it?
Yeah. So obviously, 40th anniversary of Super Mario Brothers.
They did
kicked off the whole show.
Some crazy stuff for that.
I think that was about almost like 15, 20 minutes or something like that. I think it was quite a little chunk of it in the beginning there, the Super Mario stuff. So we first obviously dived into the movie. Pretty much, we've seen the movie. Super Mario Galaxy. Was it Super Mario Galaxy movie?
Mm-hmm.
So are you excited for that next year to come out? Did you enjoy this one that just came out, the Super Mario film? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, but I wasn't like bothered or in a rush to see it. So while it was a good
Now, I enjoyed this one. Obviously just the one that we just had and stuff like that. Obviously the subtle Easter eggs of like the GameCube ringtones and stuff. All the posters on the wall and everything else, like music wise and you're just kind of looking around every scene, like see any Easter eggs and stuff like going around. It was cool. It was fun.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, it's cool. I'm not.
Because I was like telling my daughter like certain things because she's never seen, doesn't know half the stuff that's going on in each scene. Okay. So I'm enlightening her as the film was going on as well, which is pretty cool. Like to see her face light up because she's like a huge Mario fan as well. So, yeah, so that was fun. Also to coincide with that, they launched for this, obviously coming out now for the Switch and Switch 2. I guess you can play it on as well, which is the Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 games. Obviously they're bundling it together, and that's going to be out on the 2nd of October as well, coming out pretty soon. Yeah. So keep an eye out for that if you want to play that. I mean, you can buy it as the bundle or you can buy it separately, depending on what you want. For me, I'll probably buy it separately because I've got the 3D All-Stars with Galaxy 1 on it already. So I just need to get number 2 separate. That's it. Yeah. Like, I'm not trying to spend, was it 60?
70 quid?
I think it's like 60 something pounds for the 2. Yeah, close to 70 quid. Yeah, I might say £70. Say for the 2. But yeah, I'm not trying to spend that. I'd rather just get the one game that I need, and that's it.
Yeah. I'll do that.
Because I think I should still have my copies, as I say on the Wii, but I'm not sure. I have to go dig them out if I do have it. I love my Wii. Love the Wii, man. Love the Wii.
At least we're not talking about the Wii U. But
nah, hey, we'll talk about it soon.
No.
But yeah, going from that, and then also from the Galaxy games, you have the storybook that Rosalina's reading stuff in the game, and they've actually decided to make that physical, so you can actually go buy now not right this second, right now.
I just loaded it up and everything. Yeah.
On the app, yeah.
Yeah.
So like you can get the book very soon. I think it's coming out next year at some point. I think it might be coming out at the same time maybe as the movie, or maybe just before the movie, because there's a lot of stuff that the Nintendo, like the Mario stuff that they announced, is all coming out next year to coincide with the Galaxy movie. So, which is pretty cool. So you have that book coming out. In the game there's going to be new pages, but obviously when you buy the book, the new pages are not going to be available in that book when you buy it, which is a shame because you kind of want whatever's new, because they got time to do that.
There's loads of time.
They had time. Going on some more Mario stuff, we had Mario Tennis Fever, so we had a new sports game to add to the mix. We just come off, Mario Tennis Aces, didn't do well, but this one is looking like it's okay. Like a lot of people kind of been praising it. Obviously you have 38 playable characters plus over 30 odd rackets, the new rackets which are called Fever rackets, which obviously have different abilities. So you have like fire, ice, mini mushroom, shadow rackets and stuff. So they all have different abilities, and there's tons more that we obviously didn't see in the trailer, but there's loads more to unpack in the game. And it also has a story, like an adventure mode as well. So you start off in an adventure normal size, then you get transported, and next you warp through whatever, then you end up as babies. So then now you're little babies trying to learn the game of tennis, trying to beat the enemies to break the curse and get back to your normal size and normal being, I guess. But yeah, they're pretty cool from the trailer, what we was looking at.
I feel like they've added the story bit just to get people to be like, oh yeah, it's a story game.
Yeah, but they've always had these little stories on most of these Mario games, but sometimes they don't hit as well, to be honest with you.
I guess so.
Also from that Mario part, we had the Mario Wonder Switch 2 expansion. Oh, basically Switch 2, upgrade. So with that, it has Bella Bell Park, which is coming to the game. It's out in spring 2026, and it's basically like a new little adventure mode kind of thing. So it's like multiplayer park. So it's different modes to play, like, I don't know, get the most coins and just little modes basically, and just meet up with your friends and stuff in that little park and stuff and have fun. And also from that game, you have the talking flowers that are in that game. So Nintendo decided to make the talking flower statue, which obviously just does random little quotes from the game, or little quotes it has what he wants to say, kind of thing. So that's coming out next year as well. And the last thing they did with the Mario section was the new Yoshi game, Yoshi and the Mysterious Book. What did you think about that when they showed it?
I don't know. It was just a bit weird.
Yeah, I wasn't feeling it at first. I think because I've watched the direct now about 3 times. You have to watch it a couple of times because I had to process the new art style. I think that's what it was for me, because obviously seeing like Woolly World, and I'm seeing obviously the older Yoshi games and stuff like that. So like there's been different variations of his art style of his game. So this one now just didn't hit for me. But then I've watched it, I say 3 times, and I've quite like warmed to it now. I like the way it's looking.
Maybe I need to go back and watch it, because I felt the same. I was like, this looks a bit weird.
Yeah, no, it does look really good now. Now that I've seen it a couple of times.
I watched it 20 times.
But yeah, that's looking good. You also had in there they're talking about obviously the Mario theme park in Orlando and stuff like that.
Oh yes.
Just promoting that a bit more. There was also talking about supporting the Kyoto Marathon next year. If you want to go to Japan, if you want to run the marathon, Nintendo will sponsor it.
Let's go. Why not?
I'd love to go there as well.
Yeah, I'll just go for Japan.
Yeah. The run might be a bit of a stretch, but unless I'm running for the flight. But yeah, that was the part for the Nintendo, the Mario part in the beginning. Then as the directs obviously evolved, you had stuff like, obviously I'm going to run through this pretty quickly, Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection.
Okay.
So that's out on the 30th of October as well. So obviously that's a little deep dive into the older classic games. Plus you get a video on there with the developer diaries and stuff like that. So you get to know the origin of the game and stuff, how it was filmed and made and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. Then you had Final Fantasy VII Remake, which is coming out on 22nd of January, 2026. I haven't even played this one. Obviously, I know it was a PlayStation exclusive for the longest of time. Yeah. And I feel like games like that, when it's been out on like one console for a long time, it's hard then to just gravitate towards it.
It doesn't feel fresh.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah. Speaking of it, I'll talk about something after this as well. Then you had Hades 2, which is coming out on the 25th. 25th of this month as well, September. Bloody hell, yeah. It's coming out next week. Jesus Christ.
Is it really next?
Yeah. Time's flying, trust me. And there's so many games coming out this month and next month. It's insane. So that's, Hades 2. And I think that's just exclusive right now on the Switch. I don't think it's on Xbox and PlayStation.
I haven't looked, to be fair, but there was no inkling to anything else.
Yeah, I think it's just on the Switch for now, I believe. So yeah, keep an eye out for that if you want to get in that. We also had some new amiibos for Kirby, which are launching the same day as the Kirby Air Riders on the 20th of November, which looks pretty cool. You can switch the characters on the different Air Riders.
Amiibos.
Yeah. And you can link them, link the amiibos, train them up and stuff as well. So that's pretty cool. So that's happening. And there's another Air Riders Direct as well on the way very soon as well. So look out for that if you want to play the game and learn more about the game as well. Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment, November 6th. Got the date for that as well. So that's pretty cool.
I still need to finish the last one.
Oh, you don't finish it? I finished the last one. I haven't finished all like the side missions. There's so much to that game. It's unbelievable. Then you had a little new trailer for Dragon Quest VII Reimagine, which come out 5th of February 2026. That looked pretty decent. The trailer looked pretty decent. I mean, I've not really been a huge Dragon Quest fan, to be honest with you. I think I played one of them way back in the day.
I just played Builders. I like.
I never played Builders. Yeah, I've never really played them.
Quest,
Then we got teased with a new piece of hardware, which was the Virtual Boy, which is coming out on the 17th of February.
I can't believe they released it. All that issues it had with the eyes and headaches and stuff. I'm surprised.
I mean, look at the VRs today.
That's true. You're right.
Jesus Christ. You might as well just put it back in there.
No, you're right.
So obviously this one's different now. Obviously you can dock it. You can put your Switch 1 or Switch 2 into the actual headset to play it, which is pretty cool. Obviously, they're having a cardboard version as well of the headset as well for you to get your hands on as well and play. Then you had Fatal Frame 2, Crimson Butterfly remake, little horror game.
Yeah.
Another big one, which was people were waiting for the most probably in this direct, was Metroid Prime 4 and Beyond, which has got a release date now of the 4th of December. It looked pretty good. Obviously, we've seen a trailer there. It was Samus on the bike and stuff like that. So it's different little new cutscene, I guess, of the game and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I think everyone was kind of waiting for the date because they've been. I mean, we've seen billboards on the underground here saying it's out now, or it's not even out, and stuff like this. So now we get a confirmed date, 4th of December, guys. So look out for that. Donkey Kong Bonanza DLC Emerald Rush, which is out now as well. They just dropped that straight away.
Cool.
So obviously collecting those of the green emeralds around the area, around the islands and stuff like that. So that looked pretty cool. A new game, Pokemon I can't pronounce that. Pokopia. I think I'm saying that right.
Pokotopia. I can't remember.
It was a game that hit with me. It's out next year, 2026. I didn't like look at this game personally. I wasn't a fan of it when you're putting Ditto into human form and fixing up an island.
Animal Crossing with Pokemon. I like it.
Animal Crossing. I don't know, Stardew Valley. It's just not a game. I just I wasn't feeling it. I'm not gonna lie to you. Pokemon Legends ZA. Obviously, we see the date on that 16th of October. It's coming out very soon. And then they announced Mega Dimensions DLC for it, which is paid DLC, which will be out later on. So they kind of tease the Raichu there with 2 different forms. So we'll wait and see what that's going on later on. Resident Evil 9 or Requiem.
Yeah, Requiem.
So they obviously showed it on the Switch, running on the Switch, I guess. It wasn't the cleanest, but it looks okay. It looks okay as it could do. And also on that same date as the 27th of February when that launches, you're going to have the Resident Evil Biohazard game and the Resident Evil Village launching at the same time, same date. So 3 Resident Evil games on the same day. Take your pick, what you want to get, I guess.
Yeah.
And so to close off the whole show, they had Fire Emblem Fortunes Weave, which looked pretty cool. I think I played 1 or 2 of Fire Emblem. It was not that much.
Yeah.
But this one looks all right. I might give it a go if I get the Switch 2 in time. Or when I get a Switch 2. Yeah, I need that, definitely. Definitely. But yeah, that was a show in a nutshell. There was obviously a lot more different games I didn't really speak about there, but there was, I say it was that whole hour. So if you want to go check it out, make sure you go YouTube there and check it out. But yeah, that was. Did you enjoy the direct though? Did you?
Yeah, it was better than some of the ones I've seen.
Yeah,
Nintendo recently. I think that was pretty solid.
Yeah, I think it was as well. Yeah, because obviously with the Mario stuff in the beginning, that was kept the hype level. I mean, I wish there was a new Mario game instead of the Galaxy stuff they showed. There was like a brand new Mario game that would have brought the level like 10 times more. But it was all right though. It was It was a good show.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it for me.
Yeah, nothing else from me.
Nothing else from you.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Make sure you check us out on Spotify, YouTube, Pixel Forge Podcast. Now we're getting the videos up, so you will see videos and stuff now of us, which is pretty cool. I've been hearing the feedback; everyone's liking the videos as well.
Good,
so,
thank God. Yeah,
so we're doing that now. Also, every Thursday on Twitch, Pixel Forge Podcast as well on Twitch. I had to think about. I think it plays obviously for the YouTube, mate. But yeah, on the YouTube is Pixel Forge Plays on YouTube. So check us out on there as well. And obviously Starline Forge, any miniature stuff that you need to get, Josh has got you. Gaming Party Pro, if you need a party, let me know. Hit me up on the Instagram there as well. But that's it until next week, guys.
We'll see you soon.
Yes.
Thanks.
Cheers, guys. Bye.